You wake up every morning under a divine shield, yet you ignore it, brushing off Psalm 91 promise like dust on your Bible. God's protection hovers over you, a fortress stronger than any storm, but you walk through life as if you are defenseless, exposed to every fear and trap. This ancient psalm is not just poetry, it is a battle cry, a secret weapon you leave untouched daily. First, you overlook the promise of refuge. Psalm 91 verse 1 declares that dwelling in God's presence makes you untouchable, a shadow of the Almighty covering you. Yet you chase worldly security, jobs, money, status as if they could ever match the shelter of the Most High. Why do you lean on fragile things when God's refuge is unshakable? Second, you dismiss the promise of angelic guard. Verse 11 says angels are assigned to you, watching your every step. But you stumble through life oblivious, fearing accidents, betrayals, or failures. Those heavenly warriors wait for your faith to activate their power, yet you rarely pause to trust their presence. Imagine the peace you would feel knowing celestial forces have your back. Third, you ignore the promise of victory over evil. Verse 13 says you will tread on serpents and lions, symbols of spiritual attacks, but you let fear or temptation coil around your heart. Ephesians 6 verse 12 reminds you the battle is not flesh but spirit, yet you shrink from wielding the authority God gave you. Why let the enemy prowl when you could crush him underfoot? Fourth, you bypass the promise of answered prayer. Verse 15 says God will answer when you call, but you hesitate, doubting your voice reaches heaven. James 5 verse 16 says the fervent prayer of the righteous avails much, so why do you pray timidly as if God is not listening? Your cries unlock divine intervention, but you leave them unspoken. Finally, you neglect the promise of long life and salvation. Verse 16 says God will satisfy you with long life and show you His salvation, yet you live anxious as if your days are slipping away. Philippians 4 verse 6 urges you not to worry but to trust. Why rush through life when God promises to sustain you? These promises sit in plain sight, yet you walk past them, distracted by lesser things. The secret to unshakable peace lies in claiming what God already offers. You do not need to earn it, beg for it, or search for it. It is yours if you dwell in Him. Stop ignoring the fortress around you. Stop doubting the angels at your side. Stop fearing the enemy you were born to defeat. Start speaking Psalm 91 over your life, not as words, but as a declaration of war against anything that dares touch you. God did not give you this promise to skim over. He gave it to live by. Step into it today, claim it with every breath, and watch how your life transforms when you stop ignoring the divine shield meant to guard your soul.